welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Morgan, and today I wanted to share 5 quick tips on how you can shop more ethically and sustainably, even if you're broke, because I've been there, done that, and doing that now. First of all, let me talk about what I mean by ethical and sustainable. Ethical, I think a lot of people aren't aware how many big mainstream companies exploit child labor to make. In this video, I'm just gonna be talking about clothing, but to make anything, but for the sake of this video, how many literal small children are making the clothing that you're wearing. And as far as sustainability goes, fast fashion is terrible for the environment. I think a lot of us know that, but choose to ignore it, which I know I did for a long time. Before I learned about the ethical side of the fashion industry, I knew it wasn't the best for the environment, and it's not that I didn't care, but I had that mindset like, oh, I'm only one person, I can't make a difference, which I don't believe anymore, but back then that's the mindset I was in. So basically I just want to share how you can buy clothes that are both not exploiting children or women or people in less fortunate situations, and how you can buy clothes that aren't going to have the world end in 50 years. Is that what they're predicting? So the first tip I have, if you want to shop sustainably, is probably the most obvious, so I'll go kind of quickly through it, and that is to shop at thrift stores. Thrifting is, first of all, so much fun. You save a ton of money, and it's kind of like a treasure hunt because you're really having to sort through these things, and then you just feel so excited when you find amazing pieces. So the challenge I have for you watching this, if you want to shop more sustainably, is before you ever go and buy something new, just check your local thrift store first to see if you can find what you're looking for there. So I did want to share a few things I thrifted recently. Well, 2 of them weren't recent, the rest of them were recent with you, because a lot of people say, well, I don't live somewhere where people are donating cool things. I live in a small Midwestern town, and hey, so do I, and I want to share some super cool things I found with you at my local Goodwill, where 90% of the people who are donating are grandmas and just donating their cute little applique Christmas sweaters. You can still find good things at your local thrift store, I promise you. The first 2 things I'm sharing, I'm just gonna get out of the way because I did find these when I was living in New York, where there were a lot of cool things. But this is a BCBG Generation jacket. I wore the heck out of this. Oh, I found my little business cards in the pocket. I must have worn this to a conference. The other thing I got in New York was this Cami NYC silk blouse. Now the next 3 things that I thrifted I found locally, either in Illinois or Iowa, in small areas in Illinois and Iowa. The first is this Lulu's turtleneck dress. It's new with tags. It was $3.88 at Goodwill. My favorite piece in my closet is this Free People oversized turtleneck sweater. It's color blocked, it's beautiful, and I got this at the thrift shop for like $8 or something. Well, I just got this one the other night. I was looking for an oversized white sweater. This is cream, but it was close enough. It's from American Eagle, so it's not like a super expensive brand, but it's beautiful. I actually have an entire blog post on some tips I've got for thrifting down below. The next tip I have for shopping sustainably, if you want to shop at these big name sustainable stores like Madewell or Everlane, is shop off season. The sweater I'm actually wearing today is from Madewell, and I did not pay $200 for it like many of their sweaters are. I paid less than $50, but it wasn't a ton less. If you do want to buy brand new clothes and you really want like a piece from Madewell or Everlane, check at the change of seasons because they need to clear out their winter inventory, for example, to get ready for spring and summer. The next thing to keep in mind is that not all fast fashion is created equally. Even if one brand is super unethical or unsustainable, doesn't mean the next fast fashion brand is. There are definitely a lot of fast fashion brands that have noticed that people care a lot more about sustainability and being able to trace the origins of the pieces they're wearing, so they are making efforts to be a little more sustainable, a little more ethical. I don't think any fast fashion brands are perfect yet, just because they don't want to cut the margins so much and lose a ton of money being sustainable, but they are getting better. I'm going to have a link down below of a resource I've used in the past to kind of check out how good a brand is as far as how ethical they are, how green they are. The next tip I have is to buy well-constructed pieces, no matter where you're buying it from. If it is fast fashion or if it is something a little pricier and a little more sustainable, make sure it's gonna last, because that's a huge problem with the fashion industry, is clothes aren't designed the way that they were 30 years ago. They're basically designed to be worn for a season, maybe 2, and then tossed. which is terrible. So we don't want that to happen. We want to be able to buy these things and wear them for 5, 10, 15 years. We want them to last because we spent money on them, and we should be able to wear them and enjoy them for years and years to come. So an example of something that's well made from a fast fashion big box store are my favorite pair of shoes I got 3 years ago before I knew anything about ethical or sustainable fashion. These are from Target. Like I said, I've worn them for 3 years, spring, summer, and fall. They have held up like a champ. The toes are getting a little worn in, but you really can't tell when I'm wearing them. This is a great purchase I've made. I probably wouldn't have made this purchase if I would have known about sustainable and ethical fashion at the time of buying it, but I'm glad I have them. They've lasted me for 3 years so far. I feel like they'll probably last me for 3 more. So if you're gonna shop fast fashion, just make sure you're gonna be able to get maybe 4 or 5 seasons out of what you're buying. I think that's a good goal to have. My final tip is to make the most of what you already have and try to fix things before you replace them. So that could mean learning how to darn your socks before you have to buy new socks, or it could be watching YouTube videos on how to repair snags and sweaters. My favorite pair of boots, I bought these when I was 15 with money I saved up working at an ice cream shop. So comfortable, I love the style. I feel like this style is still like fashionable today, which is great because it's been 9 years. And these lasted 8 years, perfectly comfortable, perfect to walk in, just wonderful. And it wasn't until last winter that the soles got so worn down that I couldn't wear them anymore. It just hurt my feet to walk in them because they had 9 winters worth of walking and just were too thin. So he's like, well, why don't you take them to a shoe repair place? And I thought, I didn't even know shoe repair shops still existed, especially in our area, but they do. I took these in, we got them resoled. He buffed the toes out as best as he could. There's still some like deep marks in there, but I like that distressed look. And he cleaned them for me, which that was at the beginning. They're dirty again. And it was, I think it was like $14. I gave him $20 because I want to tip him because I was prepared to spend $120 on these shoes. So I saved $100. See if you can fix your things before you buy new. It's better for the world. And if you like what you're trying to replace, wouldn't you rather just keep it and not have to get something you like almost as much but not quite? So yeah, try to fix the things you already own. Those are the tips I have for you. I do want to be very clear that I'm not trying to tell you this is what you have to do. You have to shop sustainably or you're like a bad person. It's not what I'm saying at all. I just think everyone, if they make a few more sustainable choices, even throughout the year, that's going to have a massive difference. If even just like 1,000 people make better choices. So I always want to educate without it feeling like I'm like bossing you around or telling you what to do. I know, especially in the influencer world right now, there are 2 main camps. There are the people who are super sustainable and eco and green and like very pro helping the environment, which is beautiful and wonderful. But a lot of them do kind of come off as preachy and unkind, and they kind of act like there was never a point in their lives where they were uneducated. And it is a learning curve, and you kind of have to come to some realizations on your own. Nobody on the internet's going to be able to make you do that, so I don't think there's any point in preaching, just in kind of sharing your experiences. And because of that first group that can come off as a little, just like 5% of that first group comes off as preachy and like holier than thou and kind of mean. The second group are bloggers who like fast fashion and they like promoting it and they like getting commissions from promoting these fast fashion stores. So they kind of come back and say, you know, it's, I don't know, dumb of this first group to say that people should be shopping sustainably. Did they realize how privileged they are and how rich they are? Because sustainable shopping is expensive. It's not realistic for the average consumer. And if we can condition people to go to thrift shops or buy secondhand before they go to fast fashion shops, everyone can afford to be more sustainable. Nobody has to be perfect. Your wardrobe doesn't have to be 100% made well. It doesn't have to be 100% green, because if you're buying less ethical brands secondhand, the money is going to the secondhand shop, not to the big brand. I have a lot of feelings about this, and I'm trying to articulate them in a way that doesn't come off rude or hateful towards any party. I don't want anyone telling anyone what to do or making people feel bad for the things they do. And I also don't appreciate the brand of bloggers and influencers who are like, it's so privileged and unrealistic to tell people that they should be sustainable, because I don't think that's the case either. I think we should just be saying everyone should do the best they can to educate themselves and make decisions that help people, because at the end of the day, every dollar you spend is casting a vote in the world you want to live in. And you could be casting a vote for an ethical green world, or you could be voting for a world where like children are being exploited and their childhoods are being taken away so they can work in factories. And that's like a tough pill to swallow, and one I didn't want to swallow for a long time, and now that I have, there's no going back, and I just want to get other people to the point where I'm at without bossing them around. So it's just a balance. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you have any concerns, leave them in the comments. I want to hear what everyone thinks about ethical fashion versus fast fashion, and what your position is and what your opinions are. So I will be back soon with another video. Bye!